like to thank you for having me. And this business started way after I went to medical school because I did go into medicine, but to tell you the truth, I'm somebody who's more creative at heart, and then I love the aesthetics. Now, my main influence was my mom, who is still very glamorous till today. She takes care of her skin, she does all the routines. So I learned all that at a young age. I started taking care of my skin about age 8, 9, and it's been with me. So I knew I had to go into a field that would tap into my passion, and that's why I went into cosmetic dermatology.
So how's the experience been for you?
Oh, it's been rewarding. It's wonderful because you know what? When you do something you love, you really enjoy it, and then it's something I take as a passion, and I work to give my patients the best. I research. I make sure nothing harmful comes to them either, because I'm very concerned about the health, welfare, and well-being of my patients as well. It's not just about money.
All right, there was a time I knew you had a spa, you didn't do anything. So how's it transitioning from working in spa to now consulting?
Okay.
It's not easy.
Oh yeah.
With business in Nigeria.
It's not easy. Now, owning a spa is not an easy task. First of all, the staffing is one issue, and then of course maintaining best practices, because not everybody agrees with what you do. Not everybody agrees with what you do. So we constantly have trainings and encouragement, and of course monitoring, and even putting ghost patients in to give us feedback as to how things were running. And then, it was a medical spa. So what it did for me, with my background, of course, as a medical practitioner, I made sure hygiene was of utmost importance. So there was nothing like cross-contamination, no cross-infections, and it's something we must maintain till date and should go on for good, because there's loads of diseases that can be passed in a facility. And also, implements, if they're not sterilized, people can become infected as well, and that is not something you want your clients to have to experience.
Now, I know that the luxury beauty care in Nigeria is very exclusive. It's for the exclusive field. So how has the market fared in Nigeria in your own estimation?
Well, I think it's doing really well, and the reason being is that many of the luxury brands, at least the ones we dispense, are results oriented. So it's not just about the frills or the name or how expensive they are. They actually provide fabulous results, because there's lots of very expensive products that don't even give you results. But I have researched over time, and the products we dispense are results oriented. People are always happy with results.
Okay, so now that brings us to my next question.
Okay.
The kind of luxury brands that you stock, because you mentioned that you're very careful about not just bringing in brands that are expensive but are not really result oriented.
Exactly.
So
That's
what are
true.
some of the facts that you consider when stocking the brands that you use?
Okay, for number one, safety of the ingredients, because there are loads of products out there that are detrimental to your health and also to the appearance of your skin. You see people with all sorts of terrible skin conditions, stretch marks from head to toe as a result of some of the creams they use. And then you also see people who have been burned. And then those that have thinning skin that even if they require surgery, sutures will not hold. We've seen cases like that as well. So safety is number one. Then after that, the results that the client will get, and ease of use and application. That's very important. But then another thing many patients need to understand, or clients, is that they need to be patient. No pun intended. Because people are always in a hurry. Oh, I want results. I'm going to a wedding next week. I want all this declared. It's that is not possible. So I make it very clear to people, we don't give you these false promises or tell you that, overnight everything will be good. And beyond using products, lifestyle choices are very important, because the best skincare and beauty starts from within. So the way you eat, the kind of exercise you get, how much sleep you get, right? Your exposure to the sun, how you manage stress, your hydration, and of course your routines. And I want people to know that skincare works differently at night. That's why you hear about night creams. It's not a trade gimmick. When you have night creams, they work exponentially. Because your body goes into what we call the regenerative mode at night to take care of the aggressors and stressors of the day, and that's when you get the best from your skincare. So please, if you're one of those that goes to bed without washing your face or even doing your night care routine, you're really doing your skin a disservice.
That's interesting. I don't do that.
Ah, you have to.
So now let's look at the pandemic.
Yes.
The pandemic gets a huge blow on the luxury sector.
Yes.
And then analysts have said that mostly when there's economic meltdown, the luxury sector is the first to rebound. How has it been? You're stepping out of the pandemic a few months ago.
Yes.
How's the market now been for you? Is it true that the market is rebounding already? Or it's still on the top?
Now, what I noticed is that at the beginning of the pandemic in Nigeria, there was a lot of fear, uncertainty, so people stopped spending money on what they termed non-essentials. So of course the luxury goods took a blow at that point. But I remember that when when they decided to ease the lockdown, a lot of people were frustrated about not taking care of themselves and they wanted to feel good. And I honestly would say that at that point, our sales skyrocketed. People were demanding products. Everybody wanted to, I heard people saying things like, I just want to look pretty again. I just want to do things to make me happy. That it's been such a stressful period. Those are the kind of requests I was getting. And we really made a lot of sales during this period. And people felt happy, giving me feedback about how pampered they felt with the products. Luxury products, just made them feel good about themselves. And of course, their skin improved too. Yes.
All right, now let's look at online luxury retail, for example.
Yeah.
Many luxury brands were not eager to embrace the internet a few years ago.
Yes.
But the pandemic now has forced most of them to have to think. So you see them having presence, posting pictures, videos online, to have the brand presence online.
Yes.
But now, the pandemic has changed the landscape and people are purchasing things online. So what has been your experience as a beauty care person? What role do you think online retail actually play?
Very, very important. To tell you the truth, it seems the whole world has gone online. And what it does, it opens you up to several new markets. So people from all over the world could order your products. So I think it's a fantastic initiative. Well, I wouldn't call it an initiative, just a fantastic way to do business. And if you're somebody who decides to be strictly online, your overheads will reduce drastically. And you're able to push out your products with the help of courier companies or, just the logistics companies. So I think it's just amazing. It's the best thing.
Well, what steps have you taken as a business person to ensure that your business transition from brick-and-mortar store to online during the pandemic and post-pandemic?
Okay, now during the pandemic, we had to just put out feelers and also let people know that they could order products which we would deliver to them. So that was what we had to do because we had products sitting down, nobody going anywhere. So we said, let's just put out the news, and a lot of people started ordering products. It was even easier for them because a lot of people, even after they eased the lockdown a bit, people were afraid to go out. So we had products delivered to them, and that really did a lot.
But I know you also introduced some online tips on your Instagram handle.
Yes, I did.
At what point did that occur to you that you should at least use that one as an avenue to reach out to clients online?
Well, I would say maybe the first month into the pandemic, when of course I wasn't coming into clinic, I was at home with my children, we were just indoors, and I'm like, I have so much free time. Let me educate people the way I educate my clients when they come into clinic. And I created videos and I tried to make them easy to understand, that's number one, and fun, sort of. So that really caught a lot of attention. Yes, I would say so. Oh yeah, people were always grateful. I got loads. Yeah, if I was selling those tips, right? Yeah, we'll work on that. But for then, I started off as free to get people to know who I am, first of all, and realize that I was somebody they could trust. and how capable I was, and that my information was not false. Because you can look up anything I say and you will find that it is real and genuine. Because we're here to help you look your best within the margins of safety.
Now, there was a time in the country that a brighter skin was in, and even up to now, I think people still want brighter skin and all that. But
Well,
globally, you see that the mantra now is clean beauty, clean beauty, clean
Yeah.
beauty. But has someone that's practicing in Nigeria where brighter skin is still the in thing?
yeah.
What do you think? Is the Nigerian market really ready for clean beauty?
Well, I think it will gradually ease into it, because I tell you, a majority of clients who contact me are interested in brightening or bleaching their skins. And it's a practice that I do not support. We only use the bleaching to correct pigmentation problems. And that's a temporary measure. Once the pigmentation has cleared, we stop. And this is like, medical treatments, really. So we don't really encourage people to bleach, so to speak. There are loads of hazards associated with bleaching. I gave a TED talk recently, TEDx Lagos, and the topic was, is bleaching worth dying for? So a lot of people got to realize or to know that bleaching could actually destroy your skin and is detrimental to health and could ultimately kill an individual.
So what are some of the causes or side effects of bleaching, for example?
Well, for starters, many of the preparations contain steroids, so those tend to thin the skin. And these steroids are absorbed also into the bloodstream and can damage vital organs like the liver, kidneys, the bone marrow. And in some situations, I've seen a patient whose skin was so thin and she required emergency surgery, but the sutures would not hold. Her skin was just fragmenting with any slight pressure. So that was, it was terrible, I would say, yes.
But is there any corrective steps that we can take? For example, someone that just mentioned now, is there anything that you can use to correct it for the melanin to come back and skin
To go back to normal? It depends on how badly damaged your melanin cells are. Because your melanin cells, if they're completely destroyed, the pigment will never come back. But if they're just suppressed, after a while, what happens? Because a lot of people who change products, for instance, I've had lots of clients who have used bleaching products, decided to stop, use our luxury products, and then call me screaming that that the products are making them darker. So I have to explain that the products don't darken you. You've suppressed your melanin for so long, so it's like it's been in a pressure cooker waiting to just be released. So what happens is once you stop the bleaching creams, the melanocytes, that's what we call the melanin producing cells, now work exponentially to produce more pigment than usual. But the thing is, it's a gradual process. You will eventually get back to your normal skin color. So I think it's not really about color, it's about the health of your skin. Because you know what, no matter what shade of skin tone you have, if it is healthy, you are beautiful.
You're still going to give us tips on building in all this area.
Okay.
But I would like to ask you, you've been in this lockdown Nigerian beauty sector for a very, very long time.
Yes, I have. I started about 2007. Yeah. So that's quite a long time.
Yes.
Yes.
About almost 15, 16 years
Yes,
now.
a long time.
So you understood the industry and you know how it has evolved over the years.
Yes, I have.
So how would you rate the development and the growth of the beauty sector in Nigeria?
The beauty sector itself. What I know is that it's always been big. That's one thing about beauty, because women in particular are the biggest clients. Everybody, maybe not say everybody, but I would say most women I know want to look their best. They're concerned about the state of their skin. They're concerned about the makeup they use. People just want to look good. So that is why beauty flourishes in every environment. And I would say this globally. Beauty is a huge business because people want to look and feel their best.
So what steps do you think Nigeria can take to make the industry better? Because there's so many fake products, lying right there to sell people that can just wake up to it. They in the bleaching market like we just discussed now.
Yeah.
So many investors are coming in
Yeah.
to mix so many chemicals together, and
Yes.
people are buying all those things. So what do you think, what kind of regulations do you think government can do, or
Yeah.
professional industry can put in place to ensure that
Yes.
the industry is regulated?
But what I think, NAFDAC exists, right? And I think that is their responsibility. And I'm sure they're taking steps to monitor the market and also to clamp down on those who are producing harmful preparations that could ultimately end lives. Because people can come down with kidney failure and various other problems. And then skin cancer is of a concern because if you constantly thin your skin, you don't have protection from the dangerous UV rays of the sun, and you can develop skin cancer, which is also life-threatening.
Then I would also like to ask you now, you've worked on so many products, so many brands.
Yes.
Do you intend to start your own beauty line anytime soon, or do you already have one?
Well, I have one in the making. It's not ready yet because I do a lot of research and I know what I want to give the public because I'm very particular about the results and the safety, as I've said. And so the brands I stock do fantastic jobs for my clients, even for those who have medical problems, because we have medical prescription skincare as well as the over-the-counter luxury care.